Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, I just wanted to give you my take on the new content and the new updates that were made for Season 1. First, I wanted to go over the new Descendant, Hailey, and we're gonna go over her skills real quick. So for her passive skill, it's called Safe Strategic Retreat. Your weak point damage basically increases the further you're out from your target. So that's a good thing. Her first skill is a cryo round. It inflicts cryo against your enemies and it stacks. So that's a good thing. Storm Snare, this is the one we saw on the trailer where it fires a massive freezing beam onto the direction of your, wherever you're looking at. And also inflicts cryo against your enemies. And then Cold Fury it looks like when you activate it, it gives you some kind of a buff. Cold Fury every second, although it decreases your movement, but greatly increases your firearm and skill, critical hit rates, and firearm penetration. And then lastly, her unique weapon ability is Zenith. That's where you take out your sniper rifle and then again greatly increases penetration and firearm attack and deals additional skill damage, chill skill damage. Alright, so that's Hailey. That's cool. I'm gonna talk about how to get Hailey now. This is in particular, I wanted to point out something if you haven't figured that out already. So comparing it to how you get your other descendants, specifically like your ultimate descendants, Hailey's a little bit different. So as you can see here, you need these materials, research materials, reinforced cell DNA, stabilizer component, and spiral catalyst ring. So compared to the other descendants where you need to farm the patterns, right? Now you need 36 of these. And if you look into how you're gonna get it, it shows some of these areas. So basically there's a couple of ways you can farm these materials. You can either go to the invasion dungeons, or you can go to these regular infiltration missions, and then hopefully RNG is very forgiving and gives you the materials that you need. Now if you're doing the invasion dungeons, it's a guaranteed drop of one of the parts, right? It's not guaranteed that it's gonna drop you one of each, but it's gonna give you one. It's gonna drop you like the materials when you complete these invasion dungeons. Now, there's also a kicker to this invasion mode, dungeon mode. So basically you need to be speed farming this in order for you to get the maximum materials that you can get from these invasion dungeons. So like for example, if you clear the dungeon in in less than like 5 minutes, I believe, for the gold, then you can at least get 3 materials. You can get 3 materials to drop. Now, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get one of each. It's gonna, whatever the RNG gives you, that's what you're gonna get, right? So, now that's in a perfect, scenario that you were able to clear the game, clear the dungeon in a fast manner. So then you're gonna get gold. Now you can only do the invasion dungeons twice a day. So each map will be showing like a red area and it'll have one dungeon in there, one invasion dungeon. So you can clear this twice, this dungeon twice. You can go to this area and you can clear this dungeon twice. And then if you're able to do that, if you're able to clear gold all the time, then technically you're gonna get at least 12 parts. Now it could be any of the other parts, right? So that's the fastest way of getting it. If you were able to clear the dungeon and get gold all the time, so that would be the fastest way. So you'll get 12 each day. Now, if you get lucky though, but however, you still don't know which parts you're gonna get, right? So if you do the quick math on this, you still need 12 days. Now, that's in the perfect world. So if your RNG sucks, like mine, then at the very least, maybe 18 days until you get all these parts. Now that's if you're doing the invasion. So there is also another way. Oh, by the way, those invasion dungeons, they're not that easy. I've tried a few times. Like I said, I've been playing for a few hours now into the season, and I have yet to clear the dungeon, which is why I've been working my bunny, because it seems like that's the fastest way, that's the fastest descendant that you could use to speed farm these invasion dungeons, right? So I've been working on my bunny to make it a lot more stronger, and then so that it'll survive these invasion dungeons, because it's just very unforgiving right now. So that's the invasion dungeons. There is also another way. You can go to these infiltration missions. The problem with that, I've done a few of this, and as you can see, I was lucky enough to get 3 of these parts when I ran 3 times. However, I tried a few of those other materials. I ran the chapel, I ran this one, I think I did the asylum, and then I tried the haven, and none of them gave me, I didn't get anything at all. So it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get your parts if you run these missions. So that's still a bummer, because like I said, you still have to run 36 times for each of these materials, which it really sucks. It's time gated, and I think it's just one of those things that the developers design so that way, I don't know, maybe you're gonna get tired of farming and you're just gonna end up going to the store. Well, on the UI content, there's some pretty decent updates that were done for this season. Specifically, like if you're looking at my screen right now, you are able to change sockets now. Like if you change socket types and your different loadouts, see that? You can do that now. Now you can only change the socket types that were previously assigned to that slot. So you can't change, multiple ones if you haven't assigned it yet. So yeah, but that's still a good change from the previous, because that's a good quality of life improvement. I guess to sum it up, the new contents for this season is Hailey and the QOL improvements. So other than that, that's all I have. Again, let me know in the comments. Feel free to drop your comments. Let me know what your thoughts are, and yeah, see you in the next one.